Hello guys, once again we are meeting to this the comparison of the two mighty phones which of one is OnePlus X and other is Lumia 640 XL. So let's start with its boot. Okay, and it has started. Let's see who will boot first, as it is a pretty big phone, Lumia 640 XL, and OnePlus X is a budget smartphone which has just entered the market, and the huge size makes it uncomfortable to hand, and it is very fingerprint porn phone because it has many fingerprint impressions on it, though although I have put on cover on it. So as we can see, first one to boot up was the Windows, and the second one is our Android. So let me tell you only the basic difference between the Lumia 640 XL and the OnePlus X is that both are running on different processors, and they have different OS, different cameras, different functionality. So overall let's compare them. So talking about dimensions, and about the dimensions, as we can see that OnePlus X has a pretty small size as compared to Lumia 640 XL. So the OnePlus X runs on 140 mm of length into 40 into 69 mm of breadth, and it is only 6.9 mm, which is pretty cool and handy stuff. And as we move to the 640 XL, we hereby got a large 158 mm and 81.5 mm into 9 mm of the its width, and as you can see, the glance on it is pretty cool, which tells you about the messages that you are occurring, the events, etc., which I have not set by default. And here's the glance of our Android device. So let's start with double tap. Oops. Both have on-screen as well as off-screen buttons. As you can not see, the off-screen buttons are pretty not visible here, but here you don't get the hardware buttons, here only software buttons. So okay, we move on to the SIM card. Here is the nano SIM card, whereas in Lumia you got micro SIM card. The display of 640 XL is IPS LCD, and here we got the Super AMOLED display, which takes up battery pretty heavily. But the Oxygen OS has been utilized to see the dark mode and light mode as and same that of Lumia 640 XL, because both have same functions, as we can see. And you get to see here the customization. Here is the dark mode, light mode, and here also you get it runs on 8.1, so you won't be able to see good apps and many functions, which is lack of Windows phone. Here is the dark mode, here is the light mode. Okay, so now okay, that is pretty well about displays. So now Lumia 640 gets an 5.7-inch display, whereas the OnePlus X gets the 5-inch display, which is pretty standard of size. And as you can see, both contains Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Here comes the Qualcomm Snapdragon 801, and here comes the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400. So as you can see, it has got the 3 GB RAM, and this one's got 1 GB RAM. But as we can say, 1 GB RAM is equal to 2 GB RAM of Android, so games run pretty well on both things. So now I'm gonna show you the camera test. Okay, so first of all, I will show you the images which I have snapped at night. Okay, Let me make its display to maximum. So just 2 minutes it will require. The Lumia has very lack of application, and the functions are also not pretty good. But as you can see, Lumia is a pretty good device as it contains 300 mega ampere battery, and here you get 2500. So battery issue is one of the issue in OnePlus X, and I'm gonna show you the camera test. Let's move to it. See, as you can see, the images are pretty clear. Here the detailing is good about the, see, as you can see, a 13 megapixel camera. The zoom is also pretty good, and it also, Lumia 640 also gets the same, but as you can see, it not get zoom enough as you can see in OnePlus X. So camera is not a thing that they both can compete really. So once I'm gonna show you the latest OS of Oxygen, which is 2.2.0, so which gets you a cool feature as you can see in Lumia and other Microsoft devices, which is the manual camera control. I'm gonna show you. See, this is the manual camera control. As you can see, you can increase shutter speed, exposure, brightness, etc. Yeah, you can increase, and you get the same for OnePlus X. As you can see here, you can adjust shutter speed, exposure, brightness, etc. So yeah, it is a pretty good that Oxygen OS are developing good OSs for the OnePlus X devices. Now I'm gonna show you the apps test. Okay, let's start with WhatsApp. So let me bring them close. Yeah, they are pretty close, and we can start the WhatsApp. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start both apps simultaneously. Oh, that's my bad. And 3, 2, 1. As you can see, Android took pretty good timing, and Windows took a little bit of error. And as you can see, it is showing me an WhatsApp error. The 3 GB RAM is pretty cool as it comes with dock, display, etc. The one thing that I'm gonna tell you that OnePlus X does not contain inbuilt gallery option, so you have to download something like Quick Pick or anything to give you a gallery access. So now let's move to the Flipkart app, which is pretty popular shopping app. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. And on here it is started up first on the Lumia 640 XL, because don't know the reason, because both are pretty same apps and optimized. And let me start it once again. And yeah, as you can see, the Android developing is pretty fast and it can increase anytime. So you're gonna trust Android apps for features and regular updates. And I got a couple of games here which are pretty good, and you can play them with your friends. So now I'm gonna show you the, yeah, I'm gonna show you the Instagram app. Okay, let me try. Here is the Instagram, and as you can see, you got a client called 6tag in the Windows 10 and Windows 8.1 also. Windows 10 is not launched for many of the devices, so we are pretty waiting for it and hope it comes early. Let's start app test. Here Instagram of Android took a pretty, oops, that a personal photo, got a pretty good speed here, and which is nice. So I'm gonna start a front camera test now, because all of you are eagerly waiting, because it contains 8 megapixel of camera in front, and 640 contains 5. So let me start. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello. So as you can clearly see, the lightning in the 640 XL is not pretty good as compared to OnePlus. So hope that OnePlus X is a good camera front, because it is 8 megapixel. So 640 XL has a giant screen which enables you to do that. These phones are pretty good actually. Here is the automatic face detection, but here as you can see the face is not detected, so I'm not gonna further extend that. And now the main comes with the internal storage. The OnePlus X contains 16 GB of internal storage, out of which 11 is available, and X640 XL contains 8 GB, and you can available is 6. But as you know, Windows apps are pretty OS optimized, so all apps are installed in SD card, but here some apps in Android are installed in internal memory. So hope pray that Marshmallow gets the update for treating SD card as internal memory. And here we're gonna conclude our test, because really Android phones are great and Windows is also great, but as you can see, there are many features which separate both apart. And one thing I'm gonna show you, that the battery percent of the 640X of OnePlus X can be optimized. As you can see, it is Oxygen OS running, so you can change the battery to battery percent, battery bar, battery circle, or hidden. So that is your own choice, and that is pretty good. So one last test I'm going to show you, that it is a browser test. So let's start with the Google Chrome and our which is this, okay, Internet Explorer 11. So let me start Google. Oh, but the keyboard here is something I'm gonna tell you later, as which one is good or not. Okay, both have started Google. No, it has not yet started. Google.com. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start the testing. So here I'm gonna show you the Rohit, and here also Rohit. So let's start both. Oh, see, Google took it very fast and displayed the result immediately. And as you can see, it is also well good on Lumia 640 XL. So browsing is not really an issue. Let me start the personal assistant of 640 XL, which is our Cortana, which helps you in your daily task. And let's start Google now. What is the height of tower? Oh, I've really messed it up. Let me start them once again, because I could not find them. Okay. What is the height of Tom Cruise? So that is pretty good of catching. Tom Cruise is 1.7 meters tall. As you can see, Google told something as that Tom Cruise is 1.7 meters tall, but Cortana didn't told. So that is a pretty nice thing. And as you can see, you can set the reminders. Set reminder of 3 p.m. What's the reminder? Oh, sorry, I've really messed it up. So Cortana also tell us about the things. Let me show you again. What is the height of Twin Tower? and here it catch something. How fast can a man run?
According to Live Science, humans could perhaps run as fast 40 miles per hour. A new study suggests such a feat would leave
Yeah,
the dust
that
of the
is
world.
good. But Cortana does not tell us about the uh, info. So let's hope it says, tell me a joke.
What did the lonely potato sing? Alu lonesome tonight.
Haha, that's really funny. Who is better, Google or Microsoft?
There's no place like home.
Oh, the Cortana gives you a pretty good replies, and I'm gonna tell you that here we get a point on Windows 640 XL. So we round it up here because in battery, in Cortana, and in boot time you get Lumia 640 XL as winner, but here in the camera is pretty equal on both. So here we get 1 plus X as our winner in terms of uh, high processing speed and apps functionality, here browsing, etc. But I'm gonna prefer Android because Android is open source, and hope Windows comes with all also. So hereby I conclude my video. Please hope that I get more mobiles to show you the reviews, and please hit like and subscribe button. Thank you very much.